Hello all, hello. I want to come on here for some sort of a public service announcement. First of all, you probably, if you've been following me at all, you probably could gather that I contracted COVID. Yes, it's true, I did. And I was afraid to mention it at first because there's such a stigma around it right now, and there's shame involved with it when it really is a virus that you could pick up as easily as a cold or the flu. Now, I don't want this to be a political thing, and that's not why I'm here. I'm here to help. But I did all the right things. I really did. I was very conscientious. I masked up whenever I left the house, and I almost never left the house. But the truth of the matter is that it can come into your house without you knowing it. I don't mean to strike fear or panic about that, but it can happen to anybody. I'm saying this so if you've gotten it or you have a loved one who's gotten it, please do not feel bad. If you've been doing all the things, you did nothing wrong. It's a virus, and you know, especially if your anxiety is up, where I felt myself feeling fearful of the virus, feeling judgmental of people who I thought were being careless. That does not keep your vibration high. That makes your immune system get a little bit lower. And no judgment. It happened to me. We're human. We're human, and we are not immune to everything. That's part of our human condition. So, enough about that. Yes, I have it. I'm getting through it. I first knew for certain that I had it when I could not taste or smell anything. That happened over a week ago. I'm already on day like 18, 19, and I'm doing okay. Things are getting better. I'm using all my tools. That's the big reason I am putting this video out there, is to give you some ideas of tools that you could use. Because as you know, if you've been in the situation and you call the doctor or call the hospital, you know, I started feeling anxiety, and it caused my breathing to be restricted. When you feel anxiety, it happens right in your high heart, right where all the breathing happens. You can feel it. And I asked my husband, please call the doctor. And they said, you know, if you can manage things at home, try to manage them. There's really not much they can do. So I started thinking like a healer. Thank goodness my brain did kick in, and I thought of many ways that I could help myself get through this and knock this thing out of me. A lot of common sense, old-fashioned remedies, and I'm just going to give you the list of what I all did in this video. And some things probably you're thinking, well, that's fine for you, Jenny, you're an energy healer, you could just like do a tapping or whatever, you know what to do. So I will do some separate videos in the future of how to do some of these things. You can do them along with me, and some of it is common sense, you know. Duh, Jenny, I know that already. Great. I'm glad that you have some tools. Sometimes when we get fearful, though, we forget our tools. So I'm just going to bring them in the forefront again, so we can all, if it happens to us or a loved one, we can remember our tools to help us heal. Well, one that I wasn't going to mention, but it does not hurt to have a sweet fur baby at your side to comfort you and to pet. It really does help heal the soul. And here's another one I wasn't going to mention, but I'll give you a mini tour of my room. Here we go. I decided when this happened, I need some cheer in my room. So I decided to have like a happy cocoon of light all the way around my bed and all the way around in my room. And that is just, when I put the light on and I'm in this room, it really is very, very helpful for me. So I hope that that's a good tip for you. Is celebrate the things you can celebrate life, the hopeful, that's very helpful. Okay, so things that you can do, tools, things that you could take into your body that would be helpful. Vitamins, yes, duh, Jenny, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna say all the things. So if you want to dismiss whatever I say, it's fine. If I help one person, this will be worth it for me. The vitamins that are best for viruses, and especially this kind of virus, is vitamin C, vitamin D, a lot of vitamin D, vitamin E, B12 or a complex B vitamin is good. Zinc, one of my friends who had it, the doctor told her, if you want to try to get rid of that brain fog you get for this, which I got some of the brain fog too. By the way, I got almost all of the symptoms, so I feel like the universe was wanting me to feel it all so I could help you all with all of the things. So yes, I got that. Zinc. Zinc is very good for the fog, and vitamin D. So up the D, up the zinc. And elderberry. Those are the vitamins that are very good for a virus, for kicking out a virus. Next, soups with clear broth. Yes, the whole chicken soup myth is no myth. It really does help. The clear broth, it helps hydrate, and the hot steam helps open up airways, and so many other wonderful nutritional components. Now, I'm a vegan, so I don't eat the chicken, but I did have my husband make chicken soup and have the chicken in a strainer. So he made the chicken broth, and I don't usually, but I did have that, and it just was amazing how much it helped. And I even started tasting it a little bit. So there's that. Some tea with honey and lemon. Lemon has been very helpful. Raw honey has been very helpful. There are so many nutritional components to honey that it's so good. Bacterial and antiviral. So anything with honey in it, I put honey on almost everything through this. And lemon is also very, very helpful. I make a ginger licorice root tea that I'll do a separate video on if you want to try to make a homemade tea like that. But any of the, bag tea that are herbal, that don't have caffeine, no tea, black tea or nothing like that, just herbal, non-caffeinated. Okay, neti pot. I don't know if you've been trying it, but I do neti pot all the time in my regular every day, twice a day, and I've upped it to 3 times a day with this to get all of that stuff out of your nose, because from what I understand, the COVID virus, those little crown-looking prongs, they go right up your nose and dig in the back. That's why those tests are they like poke your brains out into the nose, because that's where they sit. So trying to flush it out a few times a day with salt water is a great thing. And on that same note, steam, it's an old-fashioned remedy. Steam I read, and there was research being done on steam and this virus, and it was helping knock out the virus. So I was using a Nesco. I'm from Two Rivers, Wisconsin, where Nesco's made. And we just put water in the Nesco and turn it on and let the steam go up. And then I'm a doTERRA gal, so if you're not a doTERRA person, please don't hate any essential oils, okay? Okay, I'm not trying to sell you doTERRA. But I like the Breathe, and it has eucalyptus and probably peppermint, and I don't remember what's all in it, but it really is really great for opening the airways. So a couple drops in the water, stir it up, and then a towel over and breathe it in. Just take that all in through the nose and into your lungs. That can help open things up very well. Now, that being said, the use of essential oils, there are some essential oils that are great for helping to heal from viruses and bacteria, and I will do a separate video on that, how to use it. I know some people are like, I have all these oils. I've had clients say to me, I have these oils, I don't know how to use them, I don't know what to do with them. I'll just do a little mini tutorial on that in a future video. You can diffuse them, you can use them topically. Sometimes you can, if they're edible, you could put some in your tea or something like that. So we'll do a tutorial on that. Okay, so that's pretty much the things that you can take in. The next things I started doing, I was just thinking like a healer, thinking like a sound healer, and some energy healing things are chest and back thumps, which they actually have a name for it. If you have pneumonia, they call it like a rhythmic lung therapy, something like that. Just like thumping on your chest and having people thump on your back. We have this this big, powerful, rattly back massager that a friend of ours gave to us quite a few years ago. But it's always too much for my muscles. It's like Rambo on your back. But in this instance, it has been so perfect because it just rattles your lungs and it rattles that stuff out of there, gets that stuck energy out of there. Because if you've been following me at all, you know that's any disease or illness is just stuck energy and emotions that need to leave. So this has really, really been a lifesaver. Now, it did form like some soreness in my muscles because it's just too much. So I was like, am I not breathing well? Do I have a tight chest? Do I have a tight back because I can't breathe? Or are my muscles sore? So for that, then I put on BioFreeze, and it helped ease the muscle pain. And I realized, it was muscle pain. But yes, I may even do a little tutorial on the chest thumping and back thumps and how I do all that. And that being said, it's the same thing like what I do as a sound healer using the tuning fork. Some of you have tuning forks. I know you do. A lot of people, I'm amazed when I say to clients, do you have anything like a tuning fork? And they're like, yeah, my dad tuned pianos or whatever. Yeah, tuning fork right on the chest, right on the breastbone. And no, it doesn't have to be the exact right frequency. Any kind of vibration of a good higher frequency is good. So that I will do a tutorial on instruments and what you can do, or makeshift instruments, like singing bowls on the chest, have someone play it on your back. I know some of you have singing bowls. I'm amazed when clients tell me that they have it, and they're like a drum. Well, I'll do a tutorial on how to use instruments or makeshift instruments to help get that stuck energy out of your lungs, out of your throat, out of your sinuses. Okay, the next one is self-Reiki. And no, you don't have to be a Reiki person to do a healing hands thing. I will put that as part of my tutorial. So I was doing Reiki on myself to help clear the way and relax me. It is such energy healing like that is so relaxing, and that's really what you need right now. Another thing is solfeggio frequencies or binaural beats geared towards the heart or the lungs. and I found a great one on YouTube. It has just been so miraculous. If I remember, I will try to put the link down below of that particular one that I was listening to, and it's even ad-free. I mean, it's just out of the goodness of their hearts they're putting these out, and it's wonderful with rain in the background, and then you can hear the frequency kind of pulsating. It's just, oh, it was so wonderful. I listened to it at night, put it in my ears, and you can feel it pumping your lungs and vibrating your lungs. It's just miraculous. So that's another thing. I have a lot of tools. Once I remembered all my tools, I felt so much better, and things have gone so much better. There's an EFT tapping, if you've ever tapped along with me on the meridian points, and I've done a few of the a tapping solution by the Ortners. They're so awesome. They have some coronavirus tapping scripts. I'd be happy to do a tutorial with, like, combine some of the scripts together. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that. Some breathing techniques along with humming. Humming does so many things. It's an internal sound healer. It's sound healing inside your body. And it also helps oxygenate your lungs, and just so many medical marvels with humming. Another thing I'm doing is light yoga. And as my friend pointed out, brilliant, go for the heart and lung openers. Don't do anything strenuous or anything that's going to make you feel tired, but do move. Move and move your body. Don't let the lungs get stale or stuck. So any kind of Qigong is brilliant with getting energy unstuck, and light yoga is great. And that brings me to my next thing. When you're laying down, you're probably gonna be tired. I don't have the fatigue that some people have, but a few times a day I'm getting pretty gosh darn tuckered out. That's about it for me. So if you're gonna nap, if you're gonna rest, a lot of people just want to lay on their back. But I recommend, and then a lot of doctors have even recommended, don't just lay on your back, because then things are gonna settle into your lungs there. You know, this gravity, it's gonna just settle there. And even at night, I'm really conscientious of turning over every hour or so. You know, don't wake yourself up to do it, but try to think about laying on one side and then turning over onto the other, and try to lay more on the front of your body than the back of your body, so it isn't that stuff isn't settling in the back lower lungs, because that's the stuff that's hard to get out, hard to clear. Okay, you got all that? I'm going to try to write it all out for you. Okay, the next thing is more on the metaphysical side, but it's some energy healing. I don't want any of my energy healing friends to yell at me and say, that's energy healing too. It's just stuff that I'm not as well schooled in, but it's things you can try. And I will do a separate tutorial video on how to do these things if you're like, what is she even talking about? So here it is. And this is all based in science, by the way. Please, those of you who are new to this stuff, metaphysical is not only, it just doesn't mean woo-woo. It is, these things have been scientifically studied. They just have, and people are in denial about it. But, you know, that's okay. It's okay. We're all in different places in our consciousness. So here we go. Wearing green. That's why, if you've been wondering, what is with her and the green? That must be your favorite color. Well, I do love that color. I love green. But having green things around, wearing green. Green is a color of healing. So I don't know if you know that. It's, and even the Archangel Raphael, his color is emerald green. Green is healing, and so it would emit a vibration of healing. See, Ivy agrees with me. And speaking of angels, if you work with angels, ask your angels for help. We forget they are there. Angels and guides, anybody that you know is there for you, they want to help. Ask them. We are people of free will. They cannot help us unless we ask for it. Ask your angels and guides for help, and ask angels here on earth for help. People here to help you. Everybody wants to help. People want to help. That's why I put a thing on YouTube, on Facebook, you know, please say some prayers for me, because that raises the vibration. That helps raise intentions and prayers. I truly believe in them. They truly work. Okay, the next thing, when you're breathing or doing your breathing exercises, breathing in, imagining you're breathing in a white healing light. Very healing and purifying, a white healing light. And I will do a tutorial on all of these metaphysical things in a row. I don't have it here, but burning sage to help clear any of the stuck energy that's around, any of the lower energy from the virus. And then Palo Santo to help raise the vibration. So burning that in wherever you are hanging out or whatever floor you've been in, that's been very helpful. Same kind of wavelength. Crystals. Now you might know more about crystals than I do. I only know the basics, and I only know the basic crystals. And I have some amazing crystal friends who would be able to help you further. But black tourmaline to get out and keep away lower vibration. And I was just putting it on my chest and back. And then follow it up with selenite to bring in the white light, higher vibration. And last but not least, positive thoughts, saying positive words to yourself. I am strong. I am healthy. I can do this. I'm resilient. Or listen to affirmations. Louise Hay, the queen of affirmations. She has some great audio recordings out there that you could find. Just give them a listen, and that can really help boost your vibration and energy, because the virus won't want to stay around if your energy is high. That's why I think mine hit hard, because I got scared, and then I started using my tools, and it started splitting faster than I've heard other people. So another thing, if you have a loved one or a friend who has it or has had it, please be kind and compassionate, as you would want being done for yourself. I know we're all curious and we get fearful, so we ask a lot of questions, because hoping that their answers would be like, well, then that's not me, you know. But I have found that if it's anything other than compassion and love being aimed my way, if it's just a lot of questions, what was your temperature, and what day are you on, and what are your symptoms, and how do you think you got it, and that just causes anxiety. See, she started feeling my anxiety. That just causes anxiety for a person, which is the last thing they really need when they're trying to combat this virus. Just love and support and compassion is what everybody needs. So I hope that this toolbox helps. Some of it helps some of you, any of you. And I'll be doing some follow-up videos. And I hope that you have a blessed evening and a blessed day. And I wish you blessings and healing. And so does Ivy. Namaste.